In last video, I told you that hash set based on the data structure called as hash table. And in hash table, the key value pair stored at the index which is calculated by the hash code. So, what is this hash code and how it is calculated? So that we are going to see in this video. Okay, so what is hash code method? So as you know, each and every class in the Java inherit or extend from the superclass called as object class, right? Each and every class extends from the object class, right? So in object class we have the one method called as hash code. Okay, so what is hash code? Okay, what it does actually? So hash code is nothing but the one of the method which converts our input, that is it can be integer, string, object or any kind of primitive data type, or it can be our custom object, it can be our student, pen, whatever we have created object, right? That can be our input. It converts that type integer, string, object into the int value by using some arithmetics. It use some formula to convert our string, integer or object into the one integer value, that is nothing but our hash value, and that method is called as a hash code method. Okay, so in our object class we have the hash code method. It is recommended that whenever you are creating your own custom class, that is like student, college, whatever the real type entity class we are going to create, it is recommended to always override the equals and hash code method. So let me tell you that the in Java, whatever the wrapper classes we have already, like integer, string, character, we have that wrapper classes, right? This is the int, string, char, this is the primitive data type. But the each and every class in the Java we want to represent it as object oriented, but the int, string, object, to represent into object form we have the wrapper classes, right? Like integer, string, character, that are the wrapper classes for this primitive data type. So in integer, string, character or whatever the wrapper classes we have, in that we have already the hash code method available, so we need not to worry about that one. Okay, so for integer, if you open the source code for the integer.class file, in that file you will find this hash code method. So for this hash code method, it simply return the value as it is. Means if I am creating integer which has the value 10 and I am trying to print the integer I dot hash code, so it will return simply the 10. Means whatever the integer value we have, it will give as it is as a hash code value. Okay, this is for the integer. For integer, it don't use any arithmetic or any formula, it directly return the value as it is. Okay, then for string it use the one formula, that is it takes the one prime number 31 and uses the number of the characters in that particular string and calculate the one integer number. So here you can find this is the yes of 0, means it is the character in the string present at the 0th index. Okay, so that into the 31 exponential number of length, means if the string of 5 length, 5 minus 1, that is 4, plus yes of 1, means whatever the string character present at the 1 position into 31 exponential n minus 2, like that. This is the formula to create the hash code for the string. Okay, I will show you where it is present. If you open the string dot class file. In that you will find the hash code method, and in that hash code method you will find this formula. In the string also we have different variant of hash code. Means if there are different type of encoding style, right? ISO encoding style, then UTF-8, then Lattice. That are the various encoding style available in the Java. So that's why according to that encoding style, the Java has implemented the hash code method. So this is the common formula we are using for the string to create the hash code. Then for the next one is the character. For character, it returns the simply its ASCII value. Suppose I am giving the capital A. So what is the ASCII value? It is 65. So it will simply convert A into 65. Then if you give the small a, it will give the about 97. So that is it's returning the only directly the ASCII value. So means it's converting character into integer and giving as it is as a hash code. This is nothing but the hash of the our input value. So hope so guys you are clear with this hash code method. Hash code method is nothing but converts our input. It may be integer, string, object, or our own custom object. It convert into the one particular integer value by using some arithmetic. For our wrapper classes, there already we have the hash code method, but for when we create our own custom object like student, college, manager, whatever real time entity object we are going to create, that time it is recommended to overwrite our equals and hash code method. Okay, so that is the theory part about the hash code method. So now let me tell you about the let me show you the practical for this hash code, how we get the hash code of this particular values. Okay, so here you can find I have created the one class. Inside the main method I am trying to create the one integer value. Integer I is equal to 10. So what I have done, I have simply created the one int value. I have used the wrapper classes because I already told you to represent the each and everything into object oriented format. For primitive data type we have the wrapper classes. So integer. Okay, so now let me go to the integer class and type control O and hash code. So here we have the method hash code. So here you can find it is returning the whatever the input we have given as it is, right? So whatever the number we are creating, it will has the same value as the hash code value. So let's try now for the integer. Now sys out, let me print I dot hash code. Okay, what will be the value? Of course it will be the 10, same. So here you can find the hash code for the integer I as a 10. Okay, now let's try to create a one character. Now we can use the char, but as a wrapper class I can use the character. Character C is equal to, let's give the number as a capital A because we know the ASCII value for the A. So let's go to character class, and here you can find hash code method is already present. So character dot hash code. So here you can find it is converting into the integer value. It is nothing but its ASCII value. Okay, so character C is equal to A, and let's print the C dot hash code. So what will be the value? So whatever the ASCII value for the capital A will be printed here. This is the 65. So whatever the value of the ASCII value of the character, it will give as a hash code for this particular character. Let me try with the another, that is small a. What will be the value? Small a ASCII value is 97, I think. Yes, so we are getting the 97 as the hash code for the character C. Now let's try with the string. String yes is equal to new string. Let's give the name as a ABC. sys out, then what will be the value? So it will be calculated by this formula I have already told you, right? Run as Java application. So here you can find the ASCII calculated hash code value for this ABC. Okay, so let's go to the string class and control O and find the method called as hash code. So inside hash code you can find here in the description, this is the formula available for this hash code method. As I earlier told you, it's based on the encoding style which we are going to use for the string. Based on the particular encoding style, it's calculating the its hash value. Okay, so this is the hash code method is already available. As I earlier told you, the each and every class in the Java is extending the object class, right? In object class we have already hash code method, but that hash code method is overridden, right? Actually it's overridden in these classes, right? String class, then integer class, they have created their own hash code method, right? Similarly we can create our own hash code method. Let me show you one thing here, interesting thing here. Let me create another string here with the ABC only, and let me give the name as S1. Now both are the same actually, right? Now print the one thing, yes equal to S1. So will it return true or false? Because both the string has the value ABC. So will it print true or false? Oh, is it printing the false? Why? Even both the string has the value ABC. Why it is printing the false? Because these both string are the object of the string wrapper class, and whenever we create the object using a new, right, it is has the different memory location, and when we use the equal to, that means is check if the memory address or reference for these both are the same, then only it's considered as a equals, right? For that, now string has overridden the equals method also. It is considered that in our object class, it is considered that whenever the two objects are same, their hash code must be same. That's why what has done, string has overridden the equals method. So if you write the equals method with S1, then you will find it is returning as a true. Here it is. So in the string class already overridden the equals method as well. It has overridden the equals as well as the hash code method. So similarly, when we create our custom object, like I have created the student which has the parameter like student S1 is equal S1 has the name Swapnil and marks as a 25. Another student has the name as a Swapnil and it has a marks 20. When we are comparing the both the object, it will give the false. That time we have to override the equals to method, and we have to write our own logic to checks the equality between the two object. So that is all about the equals and hash code method and why we need to override it. In next video we are going to see how to override the equals to and hash code method so that it will work properly.